Okay, I will call to order the September 20th meeting of the Board of Directors for the Brushy Creek Regional Utility Authority. Monique, will you call the roll?
President Leffingwell,
Here?
Vice President Abruzes,
Here.
Secretary Thomas,
Here.
Director Van Arsdale,
Here.
Director Whitfield,
Here.
Director Navarrete.
All right, thank you. Okay, first item is citizen communication. Is there anyone that would like to come forward and address the BCRUA? Seeing no one, I close the citizen communication item. Item 4, approval of the minutes. Consider approval of the BCRUA meeting minutes for August 28th, 2017.
So move. Second.
I have a motion and a second. All of those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Hearing none, the minutes are approved. Under resolutions, we have Resolution 5A. Consider a resolution authorizing the President to execute an interlocal agreement regarding property acquisition for BCRUA Regional Water Treatment and Distribution Project Phase 2 with the City of Round Rock.
Thank you, Mr. President. In each phase of BCRUA's development, there's been a need to acquire property easements and property rights. In the first phase, Cedar Park volunteered for that task, and the second phase, the city of Leander took on that task, and now that we're in the time we're purchasing rights-of-way for both electrical easements as well as surface easements for the underground tunnels that will be developed in Phase 2, we need legal assistance for that. We do have a contract with Walker Partners Engineering to acquire those easements, but there will be legal support required as well. So it's Round Rock's turn, and Round Rock has agreed to take on that task. Their city attorney, Steve Sheets, is here. And so the agreement that you see before you is very standard, and it's the same basic format that we've used in the other processes. We hope there won't be any need for condemnations, but given the very large number of rights-of-way we'll be acquiring here, I think it would be foolish to believe otherwise. So he'll be busy.
Before we open it up for questions, Steve, is there anything that you would want to add to this item?
No, not
Okay.
I'm here to answer any questions.
All right, thank you. Are there any questions? Okay, is there a motion?
Motion approved.
Motion from Ron, a second from, all of those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Hearing none, item 5A is approved. Item 5B, consider a resolution approving the amended BCRUA investment policy.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is a routine item. Annually, we get recommendations from Patterson Associates, who advise us on this, as well as bond counsel and other folks, letting us know what changes we should make to our investment policy. And those changes are redlined and included in here. There's nothing really significant. It's fairly minor this year. But if anyone has any questions, I'll be happy to try to answer them.
Questions? Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion and a second. All of those in favor say aye.
Aye.
If there are any opposed, say nay. Hearing none, item 5B is approved. Item 6 is an executive session. I'll read the item, and then we will break and go into executive session. Item 6A, consider an executive session as authorized by Section 551.074 Government Code to deliberate the evaluation of the general manager. All right, we will return. And I think that we concluded in our executive session that we're not going to take any action on item 7A tonight. So I won't read it. And then that takes us to item 8, which is director closing comments regarding items of community interest. And at this meeting tonight, unfortunately, we're saying goodbye to Chris Whitfield, who has been a member of and a director of the BCRUA for many years, and you have served admirably. Chris is stepping off this board, and she is stepping off of our city council, and we will all miss you. And I have a plaque that I want to give to you, but first what I want to do is finish with our comments and let everybody say something to wish you well. So Chris, I'll start with you.
Okay. Well, thanks, Frank. It's been such a pleasure to be on this board. It is such an important thing that we're doing, and we have been looked at by groups all over the country that are just amazed at how well we work together. And I know we have our differences, and we've had some recently. That's okay. We can do that. But overall, you look at the big picture, it's an enormous project, and I have been so proud to be a part of it, and so proud to work with each of y'all and all the others that came before all of us. So with that, I'll just say good night. Thanks.
Well, this is my third BCRUA meeting, so, but when I moved to Williamson County, it became very quickly that you were kind of, at least in my mind, this is Ms. Round Rock right here. And my wife, who used to run the community impact newspaper for Round Rock, Pfluger Village, she's the one that pretty much said Chris Whitfield's Ms. Round Rock, just so you know. And that's turned out to be true. So I hope it's been awesome. You've been involved in everything. Everywhere I go, no matter what I'm involved in, I run into Chris Whitfield's name. So you're known as being a servant-hearted person. That's your reputation, and of course it's awesome when you have those kind of people that are actually in public service. So thank you.
Thank you.
Tom?
Oh, thank you, Mr. President. When I started here 4.5 years ago, I met with 6 board members in this room right behind us here, and Chris is the sole remaining person who was on that board. So for extra special reasons, I will really, really miss her. She's been an active and engaged and very inquisitive board member, and that's just what we need. That's what we want. She's a problem solver and works together in a group to solve problems, and I can't ask anything more of any of our board members. And she's also a darn nice person.
Thanks.
But you are going to a nice part of the world, as
I am.
well know.
It's my only second meeting. I had to miss one, so it's you make that commitment to serve and as you have and for so long. It's it's excellent and your service is always appreciated by everybody. So it's kind of sometimes it's just a thankless job, but it's it's a commitment. So thank you.
I want to thank you because I've been able to lean on you because you know what's going on. You and George were great to work with, bring me up to speed with what's going on with all your knowledge about what goes into this and how big of a project it really is. And I've enjoyed working with you and the city of Round Rock. This is kind of like the only time I get to interact with people from at least the city council from Round Rock, as well as Cedar Park. We butt up to each other, so it's always fun. But you've been great to work with, and I'm really sad to see you go because now that makes me the senior member at maybe 2 years, not even. So we're going to have to depend a lot on what you guys started and try to build on that. I think you've done a great job with the foundation for this group, and I think our success is going to definitely reflect on what you guys started when you started this all up. So thanks again.
And haven't been here as long as Ron. Chris, it's been a pleasure working with you. Seriously, you are Miss Round Rock in my mind as well. You're so community-minded, and I know your heart's in it, and you really stand up for your citizens, and I think we've had a great relationship. I think you've become a really good friend, so I wish you the best up there.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, Chris, I have this plaque that I want to give to you. And then maybe after we adjourn the meeting, we can take some more pictures. Everybody's going to want to take a picture with you, I'm sure.
Thank you. Oh, she's doing, actually do a picture now?
Doing one now?
Let me get out of the way.
Well, stand up there, and I'll take a picture real quick.
I'd love to get one with everybody.
Yeah, absolutely, we will. Okay, that
Wow, since 10.
finishes out our agenda, and we are adjourned.